Wow, I just set up this StreamYard thing, and my Verizon internet access just shut down for the browser for some reason, and it won't even turn back on. So I'm using my other phone with a weaker signal here where I'm at. But anyway, I'm doing this video. Hello, Jeremy Martin. How you doing? Whoops, I keep covering the mic, so sorry about that. I'm doing this video um, about a link that I hopefully I provided in the place. Hello, Christian peasant. How are you doing? Faithful Christians here. Erica Hebner. Shalom. Good to see you again. So I opened up this live stream to do a live stream, and all of a sudden my Verizon internet access just cut out. It's down and not working. So I have to use this additional thing. I mean, this other phone, it's got a weaker signal to do the live stream. Anyway, I provided a link. Hopefully, there's a link in the description there of a creation of ministries. He does a really thorough job on a lot of things, a lot of details. He's talking about. Although I would show the video, but I don't think I can on the phone. But he shows a video about this guy that is does programming and everything and software and for phones and everything, and and he actually disproved Richard Dawkins' claim of an infinite number of monkeys typing on a typewriter an infinite amount of time. So, so it's an interesting video. I just wanted to highlight it. I would show it if I could on the phone, but I forgot. I, I mean, I was going to bring my computer, and then I thought, I don't need it. But anyways, I guess I do need the computer. But anyway, but anyway, the Verizon signal just cut out of me for some reason. I don't know. So he did the numbers calculations, and I don't know how many Google of monkeys is insufficient to type Google amount of time to write a single coherent phrase. A small phrase. You know, much less something billions of bits worth of programming. So yeah, why are people even talking about evolution? Yeah, Richard Dawkins is irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. All these atheist wannabes, like Aaron Raw and all these people, GE, they're totally irrelevant. Then we have the biologists trying to argue that DNA disproves creation when it clearly proves creation. I mean, you can see actually see the CY chromosome and the descendants that spread all over the world east from Mesopotamia never went to Africa once. And they belong to the African family tree because Nimrod is Cush's son, the father who's the father of the Ethiopians. He's the father of Nimrod. And Nimrod, so that CY chromosome that begins in Mesopotamia and spreads all over the world very early on has to be Nimrod because he was the king in the land of Shinar, and the house of Nimrod was a little subdued after Nimrod was killed because everybody kind of like took over all his kingdoms. But anyway, but there is the house of Nimrod. There was a house of Nimrod, and it would take a lot of convincing to convince me that it's not the CY chromosome, that the house of Nimrod is the CY chromosome that spread all over the world. because um, it's the only Y chromosome, apart from the DY chromosome, which is also interesting. The CY chromosome is the only Y chromosome from the African family tree that spread east of Mesopotamia. So it has to be Nimrod. There's no other possibility. I swallowed something I wasn't supposed to, but anyway, but the DY chromosome, the DY chromosome is the same thing. It's either a brother of Nimrod or it's could be a son of Nimrod. But but it's probably a different ancestor. It's probably another son of Cush from the African family tree that never went to Africa until much later. Because the DY chromosome went all the way up into Tibet all the way up through to Japan, so that 1/3 of all Japanese in Japan are direct descendants with a DY chromosome of the son of Cush, one of the sons of Cush. So DNA doesn't lie. It tells the facts, backs up biblical historical records to a T. So there's, and Dan Cardinal didn't even know what I was talking about when I was talking about the CY chromosome to him. He had no clue of what I was talking about. He said he had to look into it or something. But it clearly proves that both the C and the DY chromosome didn't go to Africa. The DY chromosome did at a much later date because there's evidence of that. But it's at a much later date, not from early on. And there's evidence of that too. So we have the C and the DY chromosome that went east instead of west to Africa. And they're both descendants of Cush, who was the father of the Ethiopians. And the other descendants of Ham, Cush's brothers, are Mitzrayim, Put, the father of the Phoenicians, and of course, Mitzrayim is the father of the Egyptians, and then there's Canaan, who's the father of the Canaanites, which is probably in the Jewish population today. That's probably the EY chromosome in the Jewish population today. But anyways, DNA is a remarkable, indisputable evidence of who we are and where we came from. You can identify who you are and where you came from. It's amazing. Or if you're female, you can identify who your father was and your mother and where they came from. I mean, yeah, your father. If you're a male, then you can identify who your paternal line is and your maternal line. And both of them have a genetic distance history and a family tree. It goes back into recent times, not into hundreds of thousands of years. So that's that. I just wanted to highlight the video. I hope the link is in the description there of the creationist ministry that was talking about the computer scientist who disproved Dawkins' claim that an infinite number of monkeys would be able to type Shakespeare in an infinite amount of time, basically. But it's totally disproven because, of course, that programming would disassembled before it ever got finished to begin with, which is another thing. So I don't even know why anybody that knows anything that has IQ of over 100, I don't know why they would even consider evolution. Maybe they probably never even thought about it. They just assumed it was valid. They just assumed it was true. But we need to be harping on these people because they don't have any evidence. I mean, there's no evidence. There's zero evidence of any evolution ever happening. There's no abiogenesis of programming being written in any living organism anywhere, much less the abiogenesis itself. Or maybe, I don't know which is worse, the abiogenesis of the information that's not there in supposed evolution, or the abiogenesis of the information to make a life form. To me, it's all the same thing. There's no difference whatsoever. And they're just clueless. So I hope everybody checks out the link in the description. It's a short video. It's very interesting about the computer scientist that disproved the Google of monkeys. Hey, Wild Hunt, how you doing? A group of monkeys is called a troop, by the way. But the number is a Google. And if you watch the video, you can see that it's talking about a Google of monkeys. God bless Erica. Everybody, Wild Heart, everybody participated. And enjoy the rest of the night.